Good morning, my name is Jeremy. Welcome back to the Goobs. We're in season 3. I'm still in my jammas. I'm excited to get this going. Season 3 is going to look a little bit different. Now we're actually probably going to score like maybe 2 touchdowns instead of 1. But the recruiting is going to be rather cumbersome. I will warn you. But I'm going to do my custom schedule first. We're 63 overall, which is like a proper, not so great FCS team. So, okay, UConn is ranked, and they went 11-2 last year, and I forgot to play them. That's okay. We're going to hope that they suck this year because we might actually have a chance of beating them. But I got to remember not to schedule over them. Is that 12 games? That looks like a lot of games. We do not get to catch a break. Clemson's number 1 for some reason. So this is going to be the first season where we start spamming gems. Okay, we got our recruiting tree up to the point where we can recruit guys faster. I was hoping to get a coordinator that had, that matched our offensive scheme, but also had recruiting tree upgrades so that we could recruit or scout even faster. What am I at? 4 or 5? 5. I need 5. I'll play Northern Illinois. They beat Notre Dame. 7 Georgia. 6 Texas A&M. Bowling Green. Who is number 5? Oregon. Hey, what's up? North Carolina's ranked. That's interesting. I guess I'm playing Notre Dame. Also, if no one is ranked in a given week, I just go with the highest overall player. Why does it show me 26? Like, did we just forget? Did they put 0 through 25? Not knowing that it indexes at 0. Look, I'm not even good at computer science or coding. I actually hate coding. I hate typing it out. The logic I can kind of figure out, but typing it all, nah, my mind goes too fast for my 60 Guam. Do they still call it Guam anymore? I don't know how fast I type. It's probably closer to 70. I don't know. But anyways, I hate coding, and I can still probably guess why it shows 26. And I really hope I'm not right. Okay, we got UConn on there. Now let's set up the recruiting board. Yeah, sometimes UConn is just naturally ranked and naturally gets on our schedule, which is honestly quite terrifying. We have to play them. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. You're not going to like it. We start with a kicker. Duron Tootin. So, we're in rank order right now. I'm just going to sort it by that to make sure. We're just going to go 35 guys at a time. And we're going to remember the rank of the last guy we put on the board. And then once we're done with all those, then we put another 35 on. And it's going to stop skipping when I press down. I'm going to turn my TV up. I want to hear the music too. Man, it's real quiet. Okay. All right, now we're full. Ladarius Bowser. Okay. So no scholarships yet. Just scouting. Look at that. That's actually insane. He needs a kicker too. I don't even think I have a kicker. I don't have a real kicker. I have a 12 overall kicker. That's fascinating. I didn't even know you could have gem kickers. So the nice thing, the slightly nice thing, is that as you get more gems, they stay on your board, so you have to add less guys. So it becomes marginally more tolerable. And I mean, we're still simulating just about everything, so it's not like it's total agony. I'm curious to see how long this season's going to take, though. I would really like one more gem so that I can get rid of this 5. No. Okay, fine. Whatever. Cedric Collett. He will be up next. Alright, I'm out of points, pretty much. Let's move on. Goobers are coming into shape. Okay. We're starting off with that. Let's, oh, okay. Good thing I checked. My default settings aren't even freshmen. I'm not sure why it did that. That's really annoying. But good thing I checked. There's my username again. Whatever. You can add my username. I don't really care that much. Are the gameplay sliders correct? Yes, they are. Good. Alright. To recruiting, and I'll hop in against Clemson just to see how the game plays. And yeah, we're going to throw 50 points at the gems just to get them committed ASAP. And since I can, I'm just going to remove these guys. I only want gems. If I get 2 gems, whatever. If I get 1, whatever. I already have enough of a roster to where I can go, and they're all freshmen and sophomores, so I can go a couple of seasons before I have to start recruiting full rosters again. What I am worried about is if they did in fact patch the blocking tight end position change cheese, because that would throw a bit of a wrench into things. Moses LeBeau, Larry's son. What does he know? This house is falling apart. Ernest Hajrulahu. Fun fact, one time I did fantasy football with my friends, and we did a randomized draft order because it was the first year we did it. And my friend took Josh Allen first overall, and I got mad. So I picked Lirim Hajrulahu in the first round, and then picked a bunch of retired players for the first like 8 rounds, and then went on auto draft. I ended up like almost making the playoffs because I fleeced so many people into just terrible trades. What are we at? 3001. I had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Like, I traded for them. I had Dallas Goedert. I had Devontae Smith. Actually, I think I traded away Devontae Smith. This was 2022, I believe. So all those guys ended up getting hurt. Like, I turned James Robinson and Michael Carter into Breece Hall. I think I had Evan Engram, but no, like all the guys I got who were great, they got hurt. So that was my karma for fleecing people. But oh my God, did I fleece people? Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, are you kidding me? Okay. And then at the end of the season, when I knew I wasn't making the playoffs, I dropped all of my players and made the entire Houston Texans team, except for Dameon Pierce, because the guy who had him didn't want to give him up, even though he was also hurt. But he's not even good anymore, so. Which is a shame. I miss Dameon Pierce. He's going to be a slideshow player one of these days. Probably already is, honestly. Just like James Robinson and Michael Carter. More so James Robinson. He actually had a good season. I don't know about Michael Carter. All right. I don't want to offer you a scholarship. I just want to scout you. If you're a gem punter, I swear. Okay. This is what we have to do every single week. Luckily, at some point, you run out of points, and then you can move on. 10 minutes, and we're in week 0. This might be a long day. I promised I would hop in, so I will. I don't even remember what the... Have I played a home game yet? Have I hopped into a home game yet? It might be interesting. I don't remember what the uniforms are like. I'm very proud of the logo, though. Oh, they're just purple and orange. Just like Clemson. Okay, we have... Look at that. Real, normal, actual players. Almost broke a tackle. The return was not much better than it was with 5-foot-tall guys. Shout out Rashard Gross. Okay, I'm not calling a read option. Why is that my playbook? What do I run? This, all right, the spread option. Okay. We'll start with a little power. And we've got a lot of guys in the box, so that's worrying. Do I have chew clock on or something? Oh my goodness, dude! If you would have just gotten way 35 quick base. Oh no, I just have it accelerated. I didn't even see that coming. Fully didn't even see that coming. Draw is not the way to go right now, but we're going to try it out. Yeah, okay. All right, come on, come on. And all right. Well, there you go. That's, I mean, without the sliders, I probably would have gotten a first down. But the entire game is working against us. I am fairly certain that even if you were to reach a 5-star prestige team, God willing, you will still have to use complete cheese to score or to win. There just has to be a broken play. Look at this. Look at this. We're so close to scoring, and we're just not. Okay, 55 nothing. I had a pretty good first half. Didn't last too long, but that's all right. Against number 1 Clemson, I suppose I can't complain. Ooh, in my eye, man. 38 XP. All right, whatever. Let's do some red shirts. Actually, should we really do that? Let me look. No, we probably shouldn't. Yeah, why not? Yeah. It's more so just to have them for another year than it is for them to improve more, because they're gonna hit their skill caps in everything by their sophomore year. So yeah, whatever. Clay Bean, you can stick around. I don't need this many fullbacks. I actually really don't need that many fullbacks. Okay, you're still 5 feet tall. Know a little, huh? How about this higher overall freshman? Actually, okay, I can't. Whoops. Don't want him. You. Only gonna have one tight end. Oh God, I am completely thinning my offensive line. That's awesome. Whoa. Okay. Right, I have a JUCO guy. All right. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, but again, don't care. I'm simulating all the games. If everyone gets hurt, everyone gets hurt. Shout out to the sophomores that I didn't register. Okay. They are progressing quite nicely. Strong safety. I can just do him. Kicker and punter. Shout out. Okay. Moving on. There's something in my left eye and it's driving me nuts. Oh, I'm so tired. I woke up at like 6 today. I had breakfast, listened to an album, and then at 8, I went back to sleep, and I woke up at like 10:45, and then I started doing this. So, I'm having quite an interesting day. Please tell me I got water in this thing. I got a loud hydro flask. Ugh. Ezekiel Sandland. Aw, man. I really wanted him. Ezekiel Choice. Okay. Please don't be a gem. Okay, yeah, I already have a kicker. I should just skip over kickers, honestly. Kickers and punters. Wow. The first guy we scouted was a gem, and we haven't gotten another one since. Jeremiah Chosen? No. This is upsetting. Ouch. Just make this easier on myself. Well, this sucks. If the only gem that I pull in is a kicker, I'm gonna be a little upset. This is also rather time consuming. Obviously. Okay, this is gonna be a long season. By Fishman's. Great album. It's one song. Okay. Penn State. Touchdown. Penn State. I don't think we won. Yeah, all right. Alabama's 0-1. That's a good sign. Maybe they're terrible. Never know. I'm curious if there is a difference between simulating just the full week, like I just did, or going into the game, not playing it down, but then simulating to the end. I wonder if there's a difference. There shouldn't be, but there might be. Oh, I've been locked out. Oh, thank God. Oh, my goodness, finally. Oh, my goodness. Nick Magnifico. We got Mayo Magnifico right here. That's awesome. Okay, that's huge. Very helpful. That's really funny that I'm getting locked out by 1 stars. I mean, I started the season locked out by a lot of them. Okay, 3052. Let's get rid of all these bozos. Sometimes it knows who I want to get rid of in that close 3052, and sometimes it doesn't. And this will only show, I believe, 300 players. So if we reach the end of that, we will have to start going positionally, which is even more agonizingly cumbersome. I'm going to skip over kickers. But I will throw a punter on there. Because I kind of would like a real punter. It would just be nice. You know, it's worth checking. Troy Ballage. Okay. I want to eat a W so bad, but it's not going to happen for a couple more seasons. 98 XP is pretty respectable. I don't think that's a touchdown. But, nope. All right. Not going great. Not a very deep team because I redshirted the entire depth chart. That's okay. I do have coach points. I don't really know what I'm going to spend them on. I don't really need those yet. I don't really want to spend a ton more in motivator. Maybe this and then linebackers to get. Maybe I want tier 3 and everything, but I don't really need tier 4. I just generally accept that I'm never going to get to program builder or CEO. I've never even got to it in a regular dynasty. I just don't play dynasties that long. I hate the level cap at 50. It's such an arbitrary number, and I mean, you really gotta ration your points pretty ridiculously strictly to get anything out of that. And I've looked at the upgrades. They don't even look like they're that good. Okay, so I can't put 50 on him, but I will put 25 and then get started recruiting Juan Feliz. Okay. USPS package has arrived at the warehouse but could not be delivered due to an invalid zip code. Really? That's a problem. Plus 44 phone extension. Not sure. Ugh. Not sure about that. What was the ones that like everyone was getting recently? I don't remember. It was also from plus 44s. Okay. Still haven't cracked or opened the win column, but it'll happen eventually. I promise. It's a promise. If I do 30 seasons of this, then we can rest this challenge. We can rest assured that this challenge is not possible. Which is, you know, a conclusion that I would be satisfied with. That's what I called it anyway. Christian Kroom. Antoine Bibbs. There are technically ways to make this more assuredly impossible. Obviously. I mean, you could just not recruit. You could, you do a lot of things. But, I feel like I've left this in a way in which there's, I mean, it's untestedly impossible. So I feel like there is still a slight chance it is possible. Joe Brown with 9 total tackles. Wasn't he a guy last year to keep an eye on? I'll keep an eye on Joe Brown. Yeah, I think he led the team in tackles last year. Score points yet? Let's go. We dropped 14 on Ohio State. and then 7 on Texas A&M. That's big. Being able to score touchdowns is a lot more important than you'd think. Why do I feel like I don't remember putting SMU on the schedule? Or Texas Tech. Or Tennessee, for that matter. I don't remember putting a lot of these teams on my schedule, but whatever. I probably did, and I'm probably stupid. That's fine. I can accept that. Okay, get out of here. All you guys. Four gems is begrudgingly acceptable. Although I will keep looking. Look at that. 5. Now that is still begrudgingly acceptable, but better. And it's a strong safety. Punter, perhaps? Nope. Okay. How can you be a bust punter? Sue a butt. Okay. Alright, what are we at? We're at 3,100 on the dot. Is this an optimized algorithm? Probably not. Is this even worth doing? Also probably not. But will it maybe increase our chances of becoming 2 stars? Also probably not. But do I have any other better ideas? No. Hey look, a punter. Wants me. Wow. Alright, fine. I'll put 2 more punters out there. I kind of want a gem punter to be funny. A lot of punters. Wow. Okay. And a quarterback. And the next guy wants me. I can only... Okay, perfect. You can get 10, I guess. And then you can get scouted. Nice. Okay. I debated starting recording or going to play basketball. It's another nice day, but it's cloudy, so I won't have the sun in my eyes, but I don't know. This was calling my name like a Green Goblin mask. I also didn't know how long this would take, so I wanted to start it a bit earlier. We're already a half hour in, and we're in week 5, so yeah, this is definitely taking longer. This is probably going to be closer to an hour and a half, which is fine. 12? Seriously? 6 first downs? Is that all? Or do we, like, lose it? Yeah, okay, wow, we got cooked. Yep, 6 first downs. That's it. What was that? 178 yards of offense? That's not bad. But only 6 first downs. That's weird. Yards per first down. Through the roof. Okay, SMU is 2-2. Oh, hold on. Let me get all the points on this fella. Oh, we can do up to 60. Okay, that's good to know. So I guess the walk-on coordinator we got had some recruiting things. I don't remember that, but all right. Nice. That's 6. 6 is like the baseline for like what I will accept. I would like closer to 10 or 12. And at the rate we're going, we should probably hit that. He's a running back, which is quite nice. Skaggs. I'll call him Boz. Also starving. Wow. Don't know if Nate Lewis. Okay. I don't know if 68 is enough for a touchdown. It is not. What is 68 though? 8 first downs. What else? Some third down conversions. Okay. All right. Still only 21 points on the season. Not even a field goal. We don't... Do we have a real kicker? I don't think we do, so that doesn't surprise me. Cal is pretty trash. That's good to know. Oops. Okay, so we got a pretty well-rounded... Okay, a couple of wide receivers. That's nice. 2 safeties. A running back. D-tackle and a kicker. All right. Could be worse. Honestly, that's quite... Like, I'm quite content with that group of gems. Still holding out for a gem on it. It would just be so cool. Annual Sheets. I guess we'll find out next week if Emmanuel Sheets is our guy.
It kind of goes quicker when I have more points already being sucked up by getting the other gems.
93 is a promising amount of XP. Look at that. 14 more. 35 points on the season. Is that respectable or what? Like 4.375 points a game. More than 0. What, last year we had 7 total? Okay. Maddie. All right, Emmanuel Sheets. I love Sheets. It's not a gem. Whoa. That's a lot of forehead. Kelvin Russinat. Okay. 31-37, but we're technically not done. Oh, goodness me, it's UConn. 3-4 UConn. This is where we really want a dub. Because that'll be huge. Yeah, if the tight end thing is out the window, then I am almost certainly considering moving to the SEC after we beat UConn 4 times and unlock Architect. Because that will probably be like the only way we can get to a 2-star. Although our conference prestige is already like a B or a B+. So it can only get so much higher. A win here would be monumental. No shot. Oh my god, we did it. Let's go. We got a win in year 3 against our rival. Let's go, dude. 28-23. That's awesome. Oh, I wish I could have... I should have simulated it in-game. I should have watched it happen. Oh my god. 14 straight in the first quarter. Wow. Only 10 first downs. 318 yards of offense. Very respectable. Not great defense, but it was good enough. 98 rushing yards and a touchdown. Wow. 15 of 18 for 3 touchdowns. Holy moly, Rashard. What's his name? What's his name? Rashard Gross. I was about to say Cross. That was close. I should know his name by now. Oh my god, 2 for 3 on 4th down. We're pretty ballsy, huh? 1 pick. That's expected. That's huge. That's inexplicably huge. I did not expect that at all, but that makes us 1 win closer to moving up in the world. Oh my goodness, that's massive. Did we have a player of the week? Not nationally. Yeah, Yosefa Topa. 5 tackles, 2 sacks. Nice. Okay. Awesome stuff. Unbelievable, actually. I really, truly did not expect that. I was hoping for it, but I didn't think that was going to happen. Okay, we got to get everyone off this board except for that last quarterback, and then we got to add, 31. 20, 27 more, or 28 more, depending on if Mr. Willie here, Taekwon Willie, is our guy, which he is not. 31-37. That's very vindicating. I have to be happy with that. See, I promised it was possible. Even if it's UConn, who was technically ranked. I don't know if they were the highest ranked for that week, but even if they're not ranked, we're still gonna schedule them. But don't worry, we definitely would not have won last year. Even though I forgot to schedule them. There's no hypothetical matchup there that we would have lost. You're like 40 overall. Okay. Man, I'm so hungry. Look at that. He's the guy who wanted us. I should have trusted that. We're up to 8 gems, which is huge. Is there another free safety? I didn't even notice. Wait, did they switch? Okay. For some reason, I thought we had less than that. 8 is very nice. Still got time to get more. Okay. I don't even look at their stats. Like, I'm so hardwired to do it this way that I don't even look at the stats. Like in a regular dynasty. I guess I do sometimes, but I go off tendencies. And I have a whole spreadsheet for the preferred tendencies for each playbook. Most of the playbooks. The default playbooks, not the specific school ones. That would be a nightmare. Look at that, our championship contender goes up. That's huge, because we won 1 game. And now we get to play 14th ranked Tennessee. Hey, maybe we get the momentum on our side. UConn's got to be real freaking embarrassed. It's really annoying that you can't edit rivalries in this. I would make one with, like, literally every consistent top 10 team. David Office. Avery genus. About Avery species. Let's go. We got a gem punter. Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is incredibly successful. I don't gotta worry about punters anymore. That's great. Jabari. Okay. That's awesome. Now I can skip over punters and kickers. Kickers and punters. I don't have a fullback yet. That's fine. I don't care. Or quarterback. Quarterback would be nice. Yeah. Gem quarterback would be pretty nice, but don't count on it. All right, Tennessee. I want to eat this. I'm hungry. 166. It's not enough for a win, but it is pretty good. Probably means we score points. Yeah, 21. Wow, look at that. Healthy amount of points are being scored. I haven't even had to change like the offensive or defensive aggressiveness. I really don't know how that changes things. I haven't. I've experimented with changing it, but I haven't really reported on my findings. There's too many variables to consider. Oh, goodness. 40 minutes of this. Another gem wide receiver. Wow, wow. Wowie zowie, Joe Duck. Alright, 3178. Okay. We're in the home stretch here. Still got a lot of one starts to go through. There's like 4,000 total players. Not going to go through all of them, obviously, but I'm going to go through as many as I can. I can skip kickers, I can skip punters. Unless somebody else goes after him, which would be infuriating, but highly unlikely. Okay, that guy wants us. There's Cole. That's it. George Littlejohn. I am certain that there is a player currently in college football named George Littlejohn. He was in one of the dynasties I did with. One of the online dynasties I did. Alright. Texas Tech, they're unranked, but they are 6-4, so I'm not hopeful. But you never know. Yeah, yes you do. You do know. Okay. Josefa Topa and Joe Brown, they're kind of stat padding. I respect it. Week 12, almost done, I promise. I don't know if I already said this, but I don't think you can get gems in the transfer portal. So I won't really worry about that. I also just hate transfer portal recruiting. I'll probably use it just to keep scouting the regular prospect list. Because you get so many points. I think we're rapidly approaching the 300 player limit. That's nice. Another wide receiver. My goodness, that's 4, I think. That's a little bit annoying, but not a bad problem to have. Still have some 5-foot-tall dudes to get rid of. Not many, but some. Okay. It was a bye week, thank you. Also, I hate that I had to make it ST instead of the word state because the character limit on Team Builder is like 3. Alright, Brian Draft. He's getting drafted. Just kidding. Okay, what are we at? 3125 or 3215? Okie dokie. Ugh. This is huge. Things are looking up. We have a 1 rivalry win, which doesn't mean a lot on its own, but it will mean a lot over the next 3 seasons. If we could win 4 rivalry games in a row, I mean, it's unlikely, but that would make a lot of things a lot easier. Sorry, kickers. I don't want you. Whose dog is barking? Okay, and that's our limit. All right, we got 34 guys. Let's go through all of these, and then we'll look at positions that we might want to look through. I'm thinking linebacker. I'm thinking quarterback. Honestly, that might be it. I might just look at quarterbacks and linebackers, and maybe edge rushers, maybe defensive ends. Because linebackers are always so tough to get to develop very far. And I would like a gem quarterback. I think that would be very helpful. Another free safety. Okay. Got a nice little secondary going. There's a lot of gems we have. So, that's 12. So, very happy with that. I'm fine with 35 gems. That's a very good problem to have. I just got to remember who they are so I remember who to cut. Okay. Why did that happen? That was another bye week, wasn't it? Okay. 10-1 Notre Dame. Why did I go this way? Okay, Khalil Lyons. So many positions that please don't be a gem. There's too many wide receivers. I mean, I want all. Oh, this is becoming a problem. Maybe I can put some of them at corner. That'd be pretty crazy. Maybe I should invest in the cross training. You gotta be kidding me at this point. This is a joke. This is not a funny joke. I have 6 gem wide receivers now. Okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. We got the punter. We did not beat Notre Dame. We finished 1-11. Hey, that is undefined rate of improvement, because going from 0 to 1 is vertical increase on a graph. Let's do the recruiting and then I'll manage the staff. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know what I'm going to do with all these wide receivers. Maybe some of them will play receiving back. As long as they are still gems, I don't really care. I do already have a gem running back, so. Oh, okay, he's a right end. All right, that's very nice, actually. 15 gems. That is way more than I thought I was gonna get. Please run out. Okay, we're good. All right. Manage staff. Well, hold on. Okay, he has a few points in here. Or is that me? That's me. He does have a lot of points in here. Okay, that explains things. I still want to fire him because I don't... Big Apple, though. We'll keep him around. We'll keep him around. I'm not running the pistol. I could. I honestly could. I don't love the pistol, but I could run it. Let's sign my contract extension for 1 year. Hey, we won a game. That's massive improvement. Literally immeasurable. 1 minus 0 divided by 0. Okay, nothing to do here. That's very good news for me. Going on 50 minutes. Both of the episodes so far have been 55 minutes. So if this is just an hour or just over an hour, that's fine. Okay, the Heismans are getting worse each year, but I think that's healthy. They should not have 2 interceptions. Who want me? Oh, okay, a few people want me to be their offensive coordinator. And defensive coordinator at UCLA would be a job downgrade. I don't know how all of these are job downgrades. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. If either of my coordinators leave, I genuinely don't care. Cool. Another gem wide receiver in the books. I might have to cut people. Which is fine. It's a good problem to have when you're only recruiting 1-stars. I'm not doing the managed staff, so that is saving some time. That's quite nice. Okay. Who we got? Kansas State again. Or was that again, or was that another dynasty I was thinking of? That's fascinating. While we're in the end of season recap, let's look at the stats. 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns to 19 interceptions. Massive improvement for Rashard Gross. I have no complaints with that, given where we're coming from. Given the competition we're playing, I don't know why in simulation we always are so bad at running the ball. I mean, this is probably a decent number of carries, and the average is just terrible. He's a field general. Why is he... I guess he's getting sacked a lot, but he still has 75 yards. So he must be scrambling, which he should not be doing. 3 rushing touchdowns. Okay. Demetrius Williamson, man. 5 feet tall and still catching. Still catching tuds. Whoa, look at the rack on this guy. A lot of screen passes. Why is he our leading receiver? I don't love that. Yo, this guy, Bawanko, shout out to him, didn't allow a sack. Still a good amount of sacks, though. That's okay. Defense was Joe Brown, and then Yusef Atopa had a lot of sacks, 5.5 sacks, that's huge. We did get some picks. The first time I did this dynasty, if you saw the TikTok, it was a guy named Manu Mahiai. So another Manu. Manu Mahiai was a guy on defense who was just player of the week every week up until he graduated. He was so huge among the first recruiting class. This guy's 5'8" and he's playing slot corner. I mean, yeah, that's, I guess, where you go, but props to him for getting a pick. Any fumbles? Any forced fumbles? No. Okay. Wow. Okay, we did attempt a field goal. It didn't go well. It was blocked, which he did make 13 of 13 extra points, which is very impressive. Less punting yards. You love to see it. All right, I don't care about the rest. Team stats is what I like to see. Still dead last in offense, but whatever. 7.6 points per game. That's more than the total amount of points we scored last year. So that's good. Not dead last in rushing yards. Not even dead last in passing yards. Okay, nice. Dead last in passing touchdowns, obviously. Tied for dead last with rushing touchdowns. It's good to know that I am technically comparable with other real teams. Not a whole lot of first downs. Okay. Number 1 Oregon, dead last in yards allowed. I don't... Okay, whatever. Do these add up, though? I think they do, actually. Look at that. Nice. I didn't check if they added up on offense, but I don't care. Okay, that's to be expected. Tied for the least amount of sacks. Tied for the least amount of fumbles. Tied for second least amount of picks. Again, I like to see that we are technically comparable. I'm not going to look at that anymore. That didn't look good. Okay. Get rid of this. Next week. Now we're at 55 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be about an hour. Players leaving. Good riddance. Nobody. Uh-oh. Mike Garrison committed. And we gotta do... Did anybody get drafted? No, because nobody left. Why did I even check? Okay. And I will say this now. If for whatever reason we are to reach 2 stars at this point, we can recruit, transfer 2 stars. But if then we go into the next season back down to 1.5 stars, then we can only recruit 1 stars again. Or the other way around, sometimes right before this point, you reach 2 stars, you can get all the 2-star transfers you want. But, you know, as long as that's what your school rate, I think I'm still 1.5 stars. There's no reason I would have gone up. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Put 50 points on him. Fortunately, I have to. Bobby Tanyan. Literally Robert Tanyan. Okay, Jelani Wiley, don't want you. Dan Jewell, don't want you. I think there's like 2 guys left, yeah. See a wide receiver. Oh, okay, nice. Another strong safety. Maybe you can play linebacker. So that's 7. I don't even know why I'm upset. Wow. Okay, so I will begrudgingly put 1-star quarterbacks on the board. And what number are you? 3251. So I think 3252 is where I'll start. And I will look at just quarterbacks. Even though Rashard Gross is great, he's not going to be here forever. 3252, I think it was. Okay, so I can start here. This guy wants me. He's an athlete, but whatever. I don't even know if there are any athletes on my board. Okay. You keep doing this. We don't have a lot of weeks, but that's fine. I really don't care about the transfers. I care about gems, and I don't think you can get gems from transfers. One of these has got to be a gem. I'm happy that I only had to start doing this in the transfer portal recruiting, because this is even more tedious than what I was doing before. Jewel with 1L. Okay. Actual Jewel instead of Jewel. Philip East. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. 3692 on the quarterbacks. Riveting, isn't it? Especially when this game hangs like hell. What was it, 3692? We're almost gonna run out of these before we even get a gem. That'll be super annoying. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna run out. That's okay, we only have 30 points. Another Tanyan. Alright, we'll get back to that next week. If we don't get him, that's fine. I'm doing this for thoroughness. We already have like 15 gems, which is crazy. And 7 of them are wide receivers. $17 gems. 7 are wide receivers. Good lord. If there are no gem quarterbacks, I'm going to scream. I'm not going to scream. Okay, well, now we'll never know if I was going to scream or not. And because there's no reason to go through the rest of them, we only wanted one, I'm going to get rid of all of them and then put on some outside linebackers. Just really any linebacker. I know strong safeties, and I feel like strong safeties are more likely to play outside than inside, but it truly doesn't matter. I can move them wherever I want. Where are we at? Hold on. Oops. 3251. 3252, I think it was. Sorry, I gotta do this again. Okay. A lot of rights, good lord. Longacre. Come on, I got the 5 points. I want to offer someone a scholarship. I want to yawn so bad, and I'm trying not to because I've done that so much. I'm gonna run out. Oh my god. Three, 5, 4, 9. No, why do you do that? Alright, an hour and 2 minutes. We're almost done. And we gotta do position changes. I probably won't do a lot of that. I'll just let the depth chart figure itself out. Most of these guys, pretty much all of these guys, are going to play the positions. I don't remember what number I'm on. 3, 5, 4, 9 or something. Nope, no yawns. Yeah, okay, perfect. Look at me remembering things. Alright, I guess I'll yawn. Okay, fine. I'll miss out on the last guy. One of these guys better be a gem. Right, I'll know next week. And next week is like the last week, so... Or it's the second to last week. Okay, at least we got a quarterback. That's pretty nice. I don't even remember his name. Fahoko. Household name. Okay. Hopefully we'll be replaced by a 2-star JoJo Babers in due time. Whew. See? Yawn after yawn. That's huge. I will keep going because there's a left and a right, but, you know, I can just switch. Look at that. Now I can be done. Singer and Augustine. Okay, one of them will be moved to left. This is 20 gems. 100% did not expect that. That might be too much. I should have just been doing this from week 1. Or from year 1. Okay, what did I say? I guess I can look at middle linebacker. 3252, I think it is. Oh, good. There are not a lot of them. $20 gems is insane. Oh my goodness. He's an athlete. I just gotta remember that he's a Ogundeji is a middle linebacker. And at this point, I think I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to be done. That's 21. I usually recruit 22, 11 guys on either side of the ball. But I do have a kicker and punter, but I think I'm done. I think we're done here. Nice. Didn't get a tight end, or any offensive lineman for that matter, which might be a problem, but whatever. Figure that out next year. If this gem thing goes on for too long before I get to 2 stars, then I will just go back to the 35 whatevers. But I'll probably focus on positions a bit more. Maybe next year I can just only focus on gem linemen. I'm fine with doing that, to be honest. I should have put like 60 or whatever on those guys. Whatever, it's fine. I got all of them, so good. All right. Probably the worst class, but I don't care. Position changes. We have an athlete who will play none of these. Oh, are you kidding me? He'd be so much better. Okay, I'll do that. I'll put him at left. And then maybe one of those right outside linebackers can play middle. Okay, not bad. What about Sammy Augustine? Play end. I'll probably keep him there. How are my ends looking, actually? Fine for now. Okay, we'll stick... Actually, can you play middle? Yeah, he stays at the same overall, so that's fine. Okay. Let's take a look at these guys. No, not those guys. These guys. Oh, good lord. They aren't even good. Okay. I'm tempted. Why not? It's better than a 47. That reminds me. Are we at that point yet? It's not quite what I'm talking about. Taj Finger. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's possible anymore. It was usually the left tackles. I'm checking all of them. I'm checking all of my 20 freaking linemen to see if they will be dogs of blocking tight ends, and it's not looking good. I'll just check like the guys who've done some. Okay. Okay. Frank Kendall. No, I might put that top guy there. At blocking tight end. How about you? No. 75 isn't quite what you want, but it might be worth trying. Icy. Yeah, I don't think it's possible anymore, which is a little terrifying, but he's still only a sophomore, so you never know. He's not even our best one. Okay, but is he the one I just moved? Yeah, he is. Okay, then he is our best one. All right. I think that's all I want to do. I can take a look at more. Oh, wait. No, I don't need to look at my secondary. They look pretty good. Noah Little. Wow, you're bad. I don't want to do that to you. Ugh. Yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm going to have some 40 overalls. Whatever. Deal with it. I have a kicker and punter, and honestly, that's... And we got this. Okay. I'm like upset to see it because it's such a stupid glitch, but it's helpful. So, all right, he is our best player. 83 is actually quite close to what we want. So maybe that'll be good enough, and by the time he graduates, he will get drafted. Still have some 12s. We'll deal with them next. That's nice to see. An hour and 10 minutes. Good lord. I didn't realize it would be that much longer. Okay. Let's encourage transfers first. I don't think I have anything I want to upgrade. 98. That's more than usual. But we'll get rid of these. They're seniors at this point. Seriously, I can't get rid of him? Why not? Why can't I? That's annoying. Okay. Are there any more other than him? Are there any more 5-0s? Yes. It's my punter, Matthew York, who I can't cut for some reason. Guess he's here for the long run. Demetrius Williamson, this sucks, but I gotta do it. And it shoots me to the... Okay. Wish I could sort by height. That's my punter. Alright, doesn't look like there's any more. Hopefully they wouldn't be this high overall. Okay, so we actually do have to cut some actual guys, which kind of sucks because I have to go about this with an amount of purpose. You can get out of here. Yeah, too many wide receivers. Quarterback, I don't think I'm cutting any of these guys. Running back, maybe Max Paul. Yeah, why not? Fullback, I probably don't need all these guys. Wide receiver, we'll just leave this as it is. We'll let it run its course. Got some solid guys here. Probably I'll get rid of him. Definitely get rid of these two guys. Wow, that right tackle's not looking good. You're not very good, Hunter Schlegel. Didn't I just... No, that was last year. Okay, probably don't need him. You I can get rid of, and then I'm good. Won't get rid of him yet. Probably don't need this many safeties. Let's... I guess I can get rid of Soma Huang. That puts me under. Okay, shouldn't have this problem next year, because we are going to probably have people graduate or transfer. Coach skills, I don't think... Because I'm just waiting for this, really. So I guess I can do the second level of recruiter. I mean, I guess eventually I want to max this out. And then let's do the third level of motivator for everyone. And then that'll be good. I'll stick with 60 for a while. All right. That should put us at the preseason, and then I can be done. Thankfully. After an hour and 15 minutes. All right. Good stuff today. Real good stuff. All right. stop it there. See you next time.